Hello everyone, it's Flylady Kat. Here I am, and I'm here today to help you have peace in your home, control of your life, and to finally learn how to love yourself. If you're brand new, please push the little button right down there and you can subscribe. And then once you've subscribed, push the little notification bell and you'll get a notification every time I go live or put a pre-recorded video out for you. And I do put a pre-recorded video out every morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time telling you exactly what to do that day. All right, good morning everyone. Good morning, good morning. Are you ready to learn how to be the CEO of your home today? That's what we're going to talk about. So here we go. You know, I was watching my friend Kimmy, if she's in her apron, doing some of her cleaning videos, and it dawned on me, good morning, Deb. It dawned on me that everyone, Hi Frustrated Gardener, has their own style. They have their own style of keeping their house in order. And so I wanted to talk to you about that. I'm going to take a minute to say hello to the 14 or 15 people who have joined us in the very beginning here. Good morning, Tracy and Natty and Lori. And the crazy Catholic mom, good morning. Okay, good morning, girlfriend. That's Farmer Mima. And hello, Nancy. You're the CEO, Rocket Girl. Kathy Weaver, good morning. Good morning, Dory. Hello. Hello, hello. It's so great to say good morning to you. It makes me so happy. Let's see. The other Amy Lee. Hi. First time catching a live video? Great, glad to have you here. You use me, right? You use me when you're doing your 15 minutes. Oh, good Curly Kiki, I'm so glad. 5-year-old twins, wow. That's awesome, and your teachers. I'm sorry I keep moving my camera. Sorry. Let me tighten this up. There we go. Sorry. Okay, straighten that. Let's see, what did I miss? Nancy, good morning. Carol, good morning. Hi, Denise, good morning. Hope you're feeling better. Good morning, Michelle. Hi, Cottage Keeper. Hi, Lauren. Good to see you. Yay, glad you're here again. All right, that's it. I'm going to stop talking now, and I'm going to, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to stop greeting you and talk to you now. How do you become the CEO of your own home, and what does that mean to you? Because I don't want you to feel, I was telling you, I was watching Kimmy, of She's in Her Apron, one of my sweetest friends, how she cleans. And I was thinking about Farmer Mima, another one of my sweet friends, and another one of my actual fly babies, and how she cleans. And everyone has a different way of cleaning. Some people have a lot on their plate. Some people don't have much on their plate. Some people have different challenges. So I want you to stop comparing yourself to other people and start thinking about what you want. What do you want? Now I'm going to give you guidelines, but these are guidelines. If I tell you to clean for 15 minutes, I'm pretty sincere about that because I don't want you to burn out. However, you may have loads of energy that day and you want to clean for 30 minutes or for 45 minutes. Please, I'm asking you, don't clean past 45 minutes, and do take a break after 45 minutes and sit and rest. But in general, I want you to clean for 15 minutes because that's all that's necessary. I know in the beginning when it's overwhelming and you've got piles to the ceiling and you are just so overwhelmed and you just can't think straight because it's so much. The other thing about us is we tend to be perfectionists or all or none people. And so when we start a new program, just like a new diet or anything else, we want it to work like that. And it doesn't work that way. When you're doing the Flylady system, just like a diet or anything else, you have to do it baby step by baby step. If you go in guns a-blazing, you're going to overdo and you're going to collapse and you're not going to want to do it anymore. And that's not what this is about. This is about like the sea that comes in, the tide comes in, the tide goes out. The tide comes in, the tide goes out, right? It's like nature. We're going to be the sunrise and the sunset. We're going to be the seasons. Things are going to change slowly. It's not going to happen overnight. Now, you can pick up your clutter in 15-minute increments and get more than you can imagine done. So I'd love you to take a picture and see what you've done before and after. But again, this is your home. you're the CEO, and I really want you to have that mindset. You're the CEO of your home, the Chief Executive Officer. You are not the maid. You are not the servant, right? You are the Chief Executive Officer, but a really good Chief Executive Officer knows how to do every job and can do it well, right? So you're going to do every job, and you have to start somewhere. So you have to start with you. You're going to start with you and do your work just with me as your accountability, right? No one else, just with me. Don't worry about anyone else. And when you're doing, or another fly lady, it doesn't matter. But when you're doing your job, I want you to be kind to yourself and to say, you know what? I'm the Chief Executive Officer of this home. This is where I've stepped in. I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not blaming my family. I'm not blaming my children. I'm not blaming my upbringing. I'm not blaming my lack of money or too much money. I'm not blaming anyone or anything. I'm going to step in and do this because I can do this with a rag and water. I can clean my house with a rag and water. You don't have to be wealthy to clean your house. And you don't have to be poor to have a little bit. A wealthy person can get rid of too much stuff. See, there's hard parts of everyone's life. And to the other person, it seems like, are you kidding? I wish I had those problems. But you really don't. You be happy with what you've got, because in the end, you're going to look back and say, wow, thank goodness it happened the way it did. I would have never chosen that, but thank goodness the way it happened the way it did, because this happened. You know, because this happened. My husband lost his leg in an accident at 23 years old. If he hadn't lost his leg, we would have never met because of the circumstances, and we would have never had 40 years of marriage and 4 beautiful children, 2 together, and 8 beautiful grandchildren. So, you know, he would have never chosen to lose his leg. Thank goodness it happened the way it did, right? So don't blame anyone. Let's just get in here and do what we have to do. So I want you to start with yourself easy. If you're brand new, you really need to go watch well, you don't need to, but I'm going to suggest that you watch the video on my homepage entitled How to Do the Flylady System for Newbies. It is not a professional video. It's just me in my mother's house one day. I just said, I need to make this. People need to understand what all these things mean. So I made that video, and there's one even before that. You might want to shine your sink. But once you've read those, you've read those. Once you've listened to those, taken notes, paid attention, backed it up, listened again, you're going to understand that there's just 3 levels to this. The basic level is your routines, which are described in full in that video. The second level is your basic weekly plan, which are described, the things for each day are described in full in that video. And the last level is the zones, and that's when we declutter, and that's when we deep clean. Now, in 3 months, if you have average clutter, what's average clutter? I don't know. But in about 3 months, in general, if you focus, if you really put yourself to the task, and you don't have to work 45 minutes. Like I said, you can do it in 15-minute increments. But in about 3 months, you're going to see a humongous change in your home. And when all the clutter is gone, all the paper is gone, and you just have your things that you love, and you've gotten rid of the stuff you don't love, right? Or you haven't been treating like you love, then you're going to be able to clean your house, and it's going to be so simple. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. It just takes a few minutes. But you might have 5 cats and 10 dogs. So you might have to vacuum every single day. That's not something that I tell you to do, because I'm talking to in general, right? You're not my personal fly baby, so I can't make anything specific for you. So you're the CEO. You can do this. Maybe you have 8 children. Maybe your children have never been raised to do these things that we're talking about today, and you have to start slow with them. Right? Or maybe you have 12 children and your children know exactly what to do and your load is light despite the fact that you have 12 children. Or maybe you have 1 child and she is a doll and she absolutely sucks the life out of you because she wants you for every moment because she hasn't learned to play independently. And so you're going to have to start slow with her and let her or him understand that this is your job, this is what you're doing now for 15 minutes. Mommy's going to set the timer and you play for 15 minutes. And if you come and ask me something, I won't be able to participate. I might be able to answer, but I'm not going to stop what I'm doing. and you make it clear that you're the CEO, okay? All right, that's enough. I'm going to back off. I'm ready for questions. I see I have a brand new subscriber, Redima Sika, and she has a pretty decluttered and clean house, but she's inspired to stay motivated and she works from home, and she's doing online school. That's awesome. Hi, Nancy. Okay. You have 2 toddlers and a husband. You have 2 toddlers and a husband traveling for work. Okay, you didn't finish your message. It didn't fit. I don't think it lets you type too much. So that's a nice normal life, believe it or not. That's not bad, and so you can do this, and I'm so glad you're inspired. Welcome. I still recommend you watch the video, though. You're welcome. Thank you, never mind. Thanks, Farmer Mima, my 3.5-minute makeup routine. I love it. Oh, I will tell you, this crazy hair, you have a 13-year-old who's lazy, but you're trying to change this. Yeah, change your mind about your 13-year-old and don't call your 13-year-old lazy, especially in front of them. Just say, you know what? I have a 13-year-old who doesn't quite get it, but I'm going to help him, right? You needed that extra push, Nancy Snyder? Good afternoon, Mary. So, what was I saying? It was somebody I was talking to. Oh, I was talking to Farmer Mima. This hair drives me crazy. And I just saw something on YouTube. See what happens when you watch too much YouTube? That you need to not have straight hair this year. It needs to be naturally curly, or you curl it. Well, girl, I washed it and let it dry naturally. It looked really bad this morning. I don't have my flat iron with me. I left it at my parents' home 2 weeks ago, so I just curled it, and that's just the way it looks. So maybe all the product I put in it to make it curly made it hold better. I don't know. I'm kind of liking it myself, but thanks, Farmer Mima. Okay, but see what happens when you watch everybody's videos and you take it to heart. Sometimes it's not the best for you. Okay, Teresa. We're talking about the 13-year-old. Nancy needed the extra push. Mary said, hey. Teresa said, thank you. Michelle, you have a very cluttered home. Did the 31 baby steps and seeing the light through the tunnel. Good. Those 31 baby steps, I don't actually talk about those, but I know that Diane, Flylady, well, she's Diane in Denmark now. She used to be one of our Flyladies. She did a tutorial on the 31 baby steps. I personally found that the majority of my fly babies, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but they want to move a little faster than that. But if you're so overwhelmed and that's what you need, please do that. Absolutely. And so I'm glad you did that, Michelle. 2 weeks back, and you've been watching my videos, oh my goodness, and you've seen my hair go from like here to here. It's all about the hair today, girls. Okay, Donna, very good. Oh, thanks. Y'all are talking about my hair now because I'm backed up there. Okay. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Oh, good. I'm glad you're better, Denise. Take it slow. That's right. Thanks, Mary. Oh, good, Michelle. The 8 and 4-year-old love the weekly home blessing hour. I know, they do, because they like to have a little responsibility, too. Thanks, never mind. You started 3 weeks ago, Miranda. Miranda, that's my granddaughter's name. We call her Momo. Hi, Scotland. Hi, UK mom in Scotland. A husband, 2 children, a dog, work part-time, go to college part-time. So you know that it's your own thing. You're the CEO of all that. So planning is essential. I've never seen your hair look anything less than beautiful. Who said that? Rousey, you're so sweet. Thanks. I gave my son and myself a haircut by 9 this morning. Good girl. I love enterprising women. All right, so CEO. CEO can mean a lot of things to you. I mean, your home. I started last month, and I'm so glad I did. The house is looking so much better with not too much effort. That's right, Donna. Crazy Catholic mom says she has 6 kids, and they homeschool them, and it's crazy, but the Flylady system is giving you hope. Good for you, girl. Kit Green, I'm fixing to have surgery. Fixing? Where are you from, girl? The South? Next Monday, and I wanted to get things done before that, but feeling overwhelmed. Don't feel overwhelmed. Baby, when you have surgery coming up really shortly, there's only so many things you can do. I'm going to tell you what I would suggest. Get your dishes cleaned and get your laundry caught up as much as possible. You may not be able to get it all, but get your laundry caught up as much as possible, Kit, so you won't be overwhelmed. And then when you see all the other things in your house, you just say, you know what, I have a plan for you, but I've got to take care of me first. Right? And after your surgery, you relax and you rest and you get better. You're welcome, Michelle. Hi, Suburban Hillbilly. Haven't seen you in a bit. Carol says, I've been telling myself every day not to tidy and clean all day in order to prepare to do the Fly Lady. That's like cleaning up for the maid, right, Carol? That's right. Melissa, hello, sweetheart. Good afternoon. Hello. Kit is in Texas. My husband's from Alabama, and he says fixin' and reckon and fetch. He doesn't say fetch too much. He says ain't a bunch. Hi, Peggy Piles. I think I'm the slowest fly baby ever, says Farmer Mima, or maybe just the most stubborn. I'm still a mess. You are a mess, but it's part of your personality, and we love you for it. And you know what? You have improved fabulously. You really have. I see a huge difference. I wish I had videos of when we first talked, Farmer Mima, and how much you've improved. You're doing so good. I'm very proud of you. And you say yes a lot, which is always, and that's, you're the CEO. You can totally do that. But you do say yes a lot, so that's why you have a little slower time. Plus, you are one of my fly babies who's totally inspired to do a million things at one time, which is not uncommon. You just have to recognize that. You're doing great. Okay, Plaid Sheep. Her husband's nagging a little now that I'm a fly baby, but I think he likes the clean home we have. How is he nagging, Plaid Sheep? Tell me what you mean by that. Thank you so much. It really helps. Good, Kit. I'm so glad. Takes 2 hours total each Sunday for my husband and I to clean our house. This includes the car and the fish aquarium. Lauren, is that because you're a working fly baby, like a payroll fly baby, and you don't do things during the week? Is that what you mean? And you choose Sunday instead of Saturday? I hope that's what you mean. I'd like to know. Kit, you're so funny. It certainly is. Well, that's a great plan, Carol. That's Carol who was telling me that you cleaned on Sunday, right? Let's see. Let me go back. See, was it? Who cleans on Sunday? I'm a little scatterbrained. No, it was Lauren. Okay. All right. Well, don't know what it certainly was, Carol, but I'm glad. Frustrated gardener, you're in Texas and your husband's from Alabama, so roll tide roll, girl. I love it. Farmer Mima, you are awesome. See, Deb Cruz loves you. Hi, everyone from London. Just catching you all live. And what are we discussing? We're discussing being the CEO of your home and how it looks different for everyone. How I'm giving you guidance, but not absolutes, all right? Oh, Plaid Sheep says, no, it's not her husband nagging, it's her nagging. Don't leave the spoon in the sink. Those aren't, you change your attitude. That's not nagging. You're the CEO. Those are reminders. Honey, please don't leave your spoon in the sink. It goes in the dishwasher while it's empty. Deb, Farmer Mima loves you too. Okay, I'm using my control journal for work, and it's changing my relationship with the boss. Had a new work opportunity. Oh, I'm so glad somebody gave me some feedback on that. I love it. It made a huge difference with me, too. It really did. All right. Everybody loves you. Donna loves you, Farmer Mima. Patrick, yeah, you made it, Patrick Family Life. Yay. It's game day. Yes, it is game day. Oh, somebody was asking me, I think it was one of my video fly babies was asking me, it said their husband watches loads of football all the time and they're miserable and they wanted to know how to fix that. And I'm going to tell you what I would suggest. And that is, if you're married to someone, like what they like. Find something to enjoy that they enjoy. I know Farmer Mima won't care if I told you that her husband likes to play games, and I told her to learn a game and play with him. And that's not unusual. I mean, loads of people do that. My husband loves football too, so I love Alabama Crimson Tide because we've been watching it together for 40 years, and I know the game, and it's fun to watch. And for NFL, I chose the Jaguars because I live here in Jacksonville, and they're finally improving this year. But when you do that, you sit down together and you can cheer together, it makes a bond with you, something fun to do. Now, if your husband doesn't do that and he likes to golf, can you learn to golf? Does your husband hunt? Would you prefer to do that? Would you like to go hunting? Learn how to hunt. Maybe you don't want to hunt deer, but maybe you could do quail. Maybe something won't bother you. And then if he is a fisherman, fish. I fish with my husband. Suburban Hillbilly's talking about Farmer Mima and her jars. She loves her jars, but you know what? She's the CEO. She gets to love her jars. Donna's from Ipswich. Yay. I work from home. My son is in home therapy all week, and my husband is only home one day each week, works retail. So you have to learn to really embrace that day, right? Plaid sheep. Oh, my husband heard Roll Tide and he said, "What are you watching?" He went to Auburn. Oops. Okay, Auburn and Alabama are the absolute most, I think. Besides, I'm going to not say that. There's other sets of football things that are real rivals, but I would say that's one of the biggest rivals. I know Michigan and who is it? Michigan and somebody is a huge rival. I can't think right now. All right, let's see what's going on here. I'm missing things, girls. Here's the problem. I'm trying to talk and think of things to say and think of things to answer you and read. So sometimes I miss your note. If I miss it and it's important, just say it again, okay? So Donna says, even though my husband bossed the dishwasher, I'm not sure he knows what it's for. You make me laugh. That's so funny. I am good, amazing, outgoing. Okay, good. I don't know who that is, but good for you. Okay, Farmer Meemaw cracks me up. And just became a payroll fly baby 3 weeks ago. Your dad passed away. It was nice to have some control during that time. Very good. I'm sorry for your loss. I knew about football, and I never knew about football until I married 30 years ago, and I learned to love it. Fish too. Peggy, we're twins, girl. Except I've been married 40 years. Okay, Jessica, my husband funds on both watching football and gaming when he isn't deployed. Well, I hope that you found a game that you like to play with him and a football game you like to watch with him. You know, he may choose to watch all the football games, and you don't have to do that. Just pick a team you like, that he likes, and watch that game together. That's the best. And learn the game. It's easy. Basically, you're running the ball to the end zone or kicking it. It's pretty easy. And after a while, you'll learn what different things are. Don't ask a lot of questions during the game, though. They don't like that. Oh, good, Elena. I'm so glad. Okay, girls, it's been 21 minutes. I'm going to have to go soon. Okay, I want to just say, Kathy, hotspots can be avoided by completing your processes. That just means finishing what you start. I hate hotspots. I don't want to ever clean a hotspot. I don't even like the name hotspot. So what I do is I finish what I start. And that's a real discipline. Finish what you start. And I mean it. Now, when you sit down, you might not call it a hotspot. You might call it a nest. And that's what I call it. I have a little nest of things that I've been using. But when I get up, those things have to be put away. And that eliminates hotspots. Children also have their own toys and things that they need to pick up. Everyone picks up after themselves. It's a community, right? It's a community. Okay. All right, girls, I've got to go. Let's see. Hi from Orlando, Benita. Hope everything's good. Glad you made it through, too. Your husband watched basketball. Good. I know we have zillions of questions. I know the problem is when others don't clear theirs, but you know what? You have to be the CEO and learn how to educate them in the importance of that. And if they don't really see the importance, Donna, then you just have to change your mind and say, you know what? I want this house to look clean, and come up with a plan. My daughter has a fantastic plan. She says to her children, okay, here's what we're going to do, kids. You are leaving stuff everywhere, and I keep telling you, and I'm tired of telling you over and over again. Her kids are almost 14, almost 13, and almost 11, okay? Boy and a girl. So she said, I'm going to take, if you don't pick up your things, when I say pick up your things, or just tend to leave them out over and over again, I will pick them up, and I will be in charge of them. So she takes a big green garbage bag or whatever, and she goes around when they're upstairs doing their thing, and she just puts everything in the bag and puts the bag in the garage. And then they say, where's my stuff? And she says, I told you I would take care of it. And of course she did have one have a meltdown, and she finally said, it's in the garage, but you need to go put it up. And if it's in the house, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Now, she wasn't happy about that, her daughter, but she's a good girl. She got over it. All right. Farmer Mima says she's the one making the mess. All right, guys, I love you so much. Have a fabulous day. I'll see you tomorrow, and I want you to always remember that you are beautiful. Bye.